Hey, Deacon. Well, welcome to the man cave again. We're going to do some work today. Okay, here we are. Well, Deacon's the only smart one of the bunch. It's really hot out here, so I've moved the KTM 690 into the garage for our next install. So let's Alright, Nikola, what have you sent us next? So this next part comes from you, courtesy of PerunMoto, Nikola Maletić, entrepreneur. PerunMoto, Belgrade, which is in Serbia. Okay. Thank you very much. So let's see this next part. This is not something I would have imagined that I needed, but I've seen people talk about it, how to increase the armor over your rear brake cylinder. Let's see how I can bust into here. I don't know what I did with my knife. Oh, there it is. It's under the 500. Okay. Now this new platform he supplied for this video, on the first video of 3, is a really good stand for me putting my camera on. So, again, we have your typical saran wrap. Let's save this to put around your sandwich if you go riding. So, what we got is a piece of aluminum. It's got a slot in it, a mounting hole. And comes with 2 pieces of hardware, 3 pieces. Looks like we have a spacer, a bolt, and a really big bolt. So, Nikola, do I really have to go look at your website, find out how to use this thing? Let's go try. Alright, so you can see how that's, it looks like we got a bolt here on the existing bolts and another one. Let's go back to that view. Okay, we've got one going in sideways, one going up here, and it must leave the existing bolt wherever it was there. And I hope that's because I have a lowering kit on my foot pegs. We'll see if that still fits okay. And here's the instructions. Alright, so it says remove the 8mm holding foot peg mount and M6 bolt holding rear brake cylinder. So he wants us to remove this guy and this guy. So let me get some tools. Having a Torx will work fine. Okay, I got some Torx. Here's this part. We'll just put that right there for now. Okay, he says place a provided spacer. Well, let's pull the bolts out first, like he says. Don't want to make you mad by not following directions. That's not the right one. Okay. Okay, so we're pulling this guy off. I think that's where the spacer is going. I can pretty much count on it. Because we have this countersunk hole in there. And this part of the bracket actually goes to the frame. By the way, when I was, we're in the rear brake area, the other night when I was on, look at all that Loctite. I'll have to put some on there then. That's a lot of Loctite, dude. So this bolt is going to replace this bolt with this here spacer. The spacer is going to go in there. Cool, huh? Very nice. So that's going to replace that. Now we'll pull the, maybe not that way. There we go. So these little bits here are going to get replaced by this guy. Looks like it's a little bit longer. I love no-brainer attachments. That's very nice. So this will go here. And let me get myself some blue Loctite. If I wasn't sweating like a pig, I'd be okay. Well, I got some red Loctite right there, and here's some blue thread locker. Okay then. I think I'll go ahead and, right after I get done with this, I'll go ahead and put the blue Loctite on these guys. Keep that on too. I don't see a need to ever be pulling that off again anytime soon, unless I want to give my wife a ride. Alright, so this puppy is going to go just like that. I think that is sexy. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the Loctite. Whoops, that's a lot of Loctite. Now it's all over me. Let's put it, I can wipe it off on Deacon. Okay, this is going to go just like this. That's pretty straightforward, don't you think, guys? I like it. And then, of course, this handy dandy little guy here. Yep, he's a 5mm hex wrench. That's holding that nice and tight. Now I have my brake, by the way, is adjusted all the way back because I got these 30mm lowered foot pegs that drop down, and then I had to, in order to get the brake down a little bit more, you have to shove this master cylinder back. So the other night I took, if you look at the video where Deke and I go visiting, right when I got home, all of a sudden my rear brake locked up. This thing was locked solid, and it turned out this guy was vibrating free, and the lock nut here had worked its way down, and the entire bolt was coming out. So, and that kept pushing on the brake until finally it was making contact the whole time. And so I was riding on the rear brake. So if that ever happened to you, don't worry about the calipers or everything. Just look at this little adjusting bolt. That's the culprit. All right, let's go back to this. Here's our new little piece. Now we don't have to put blue Loctite in it because it comes with a nylock nut. And does you want to go up or down? You know, I'm going to go down because the other bolt is down. But it's probably easier to get in the... Okay. Tighten this down. Of course, the top is moving a little bit, so whip out my This will be a 4mm hex, just to keep that guy from turning. All right. Double check. Oh, it's in my hand. Double check this. I think this would actually be easier to get to with the Allen up here and the wrench on the top. So I'm going to do that, you know, because if you're out in the field, you got to work on something. This little Allen being at an angle like this isn't working out very well. So I'm going to take that back out. I'm the master of doing things twice. You know, try it first and I think, well, you know, I don't know how we wanted it to do it, but we can double check it on my phone. Okay, let's go this way. See, this makes a lot more sense to me anyway, and I'll bet you Nikola wanted me to do that anyway, because it seems intuitively obvious when you're trying to get your tools on it. Because now I can easily get to the nut, and I can easily get under here to this guy to hold it. Okay, Ron and Ken, those are my 690 buddies. You don't have one of these, and you're going to want one. So, Nikola, expect an order for 2 of these coming across the water. I like that. Just another example of some really nice stuff coming out of a guy who likes to ride and does his own adventure. So, again, let me, I want to see, I'm just curious. Well, looky there. See that picture? Oh. See that picture? So he did put the nut on the top with the head on the bottom to get to it. So aren't I clever? I'm thinking just like he is. Very sweet. Okay, we have another piece of farkle, and I got it first before a whole lot of other guys did. I am excited. I'm very happy I have that, because I've already beaten up the bike on some rocks as it is. Well, Deacon, who's just knocked out for the heat. Deacon, want to say hi? You want to, anything? You want to bow? Want to say anything? Huh? All right. He says, no, go away. All right. So, thanks, guys. And we'll see you again from the man cave. The next thing we'll do is probably have more riding, unless I get some more parts in. Thanks for watching.